In this section, we will be mounting the solar collectors on the roof and showing the proper location for the upper and lower roof jacks. The most common roof type is composition asphalt, so we will illustrate the steps for those installations here. When planning the location for the collectors, keep in mind the panels must be installed vertically. Check the manual for the exact space you will need for a 2 or 3 collector installation. Also, you want to get them as close to the water heater as possible. Make sure the height between the top of the collectors and the drainback tank is less than 15 feet with a medium head circulation module, that's for single-story homes, and less than 30 feet with a high head circulation module, that's for 2-story homes. The maximum allowed tubing length each way to the solar collectors is 100 feet. To get started, bring the rolled up solar collectors onto the roof. Do not drag the collectors as that can damage them. Unroll the collectors and lay them over the ridge of the roof. The warm sun will allow them to relax and flatten out. On windy days, be careful during this step. Hold the collectors down if necessary. Remove the protective end caps and discard. The rubber caps protect the headers during shipping. Be sure not to discard anything else. A quick spray of 100% silicone lubrication goes into each header end to lubricate the O-ring and ease the tubing installation. Then, connect the collectors together with the provided 3.5-inch connectors. Insert the tube all the way to the mark on the connector. Collet clips and support liners must be used. Take a look at the steps in the tubing and fitting section of the installation manual on how to properly insert tubing into headers. When fully seated, the ends of the 2 headers will be 3/4 of an inch apart. Make sure there is at least 6 inches above the top headers for the mounting hardware. Place the collectors and the upper roof jack as shown here. The roof jack installs black side up, with the hole located near the bottom edge of a shingle. The lower roof jack must be placed lower than the collector header so that the collectors can gravity drain. Make sure that the roof jack isn't so low on the roof that it is inaccessible from the attic. Important note, if the lower roof jack must be placed higher than the header, 3 gallons of FAFCO heat transfer fluid must be added to each drainback tank to prevent freeze damage. To install the collector header straps, apply a quarter-size dab of roof sealant 3 inches above the end of one of the top headers. Place the mounting base over the sealant and drive a corrosion-resistant lag screw through the base, securing so that the strap can run vertically through the slot. Please note, lag screws for roof penetrations are not provided, as the requirements for these may vary depending on the location of the install. Next, wrap a short header strap around the header and lay into the slot on the base. Screw on a cap until tight. Be careful not to cross-thread. Continue with the installation of remaining header straps at both ends of each top header. The weight of each panel should be supported evenly between its 2 header straps. Bottom headers do not get header straps. To install the body straps, secure the mounting base 1 inch from the collector edge and at least 4 inches down from the top header. Install with sealant and a lag screw as before, but here, secure the base so that the strap can run horizontally through the slot. Lay the strap in the slot and screw the cap until tight. Install the base on the opposite side of the collectors in a similar fashion. Stretch the strap across the collectors and screw it down with the cap until tight. Install another base and cap between the collectors. Measure to the center of the collectors and install a center body strap following the same steps. Install the 3rd collector body strap 4 inches above the bottom header. Now we're going to show you to install roof jacks on the upper roof jack and the lower roof jack. First, carefully break the glue line between the shingles. Loosen just enough to fit the roof jack underneath. Then put the roof jack in place and mark the hole location. At the mark, drill a 1 1/4 inch roof penetration. Insert the rubber grommet into the roof jack from the underside. Attach the provided wire connector to the roof sensor lead wire and feed the lead through the hole. Leave enough lead for the sensor to reach 3 inches below the roof jack. Apply an ample amount of roof sealant on the underside of the roof jack. Then, lift the shingle and slide the roof jack into place under the shingle. Apply ample roof sealant completely around the hole and press until the sealant is flat. Then, nail in the exposed jack edge with galvanized roofing nails. Be careful not to put the nails through the roof sensor wire. And dab the tops with sealant. When you are done, it should look like this. Now, follow these same steps to install the lower roof jack. The lower roof jack must be placed lower than the collector header so that the collectors can gravity drain. Make sure that the roof jack isn't so low on the roof that it is inaccessible from the attic.